the chicken chasni meatball sub. Let's make this. So, start off with chicken breasts. I'm just going to cut them up into small pieces. Put them in your blender. Once all your chicken's all nicely cut up, in your blender or chopper, give it a good chop. So once that's all nicely chopped, we're going to add in our spices. We've got cumin, we've got coriander, we've got methi leaves, we've got Kashmiri Chilli powder, we've got garlic paste and ginger paste. Put them in, and then we're going to give it another blitz. Now that's all chopped up nicely, we're going to take it out and just transfer that into a bowl. Now I'm going to add a couple of slices of bread to the blender, and then we're just going to blitz those up into breadcrumbs. Now get some salt and pepper. We're just going to season the chicken. It's salt, pepper, salt, pepper, whatever. Now add in your breadcrumbs and give that a good stir. Just combine the breadcrumbs in with the chicken. Now once you give that a good mix, get a bit out. I'm just going to form it into little meatballs. Should get about 10 out of 2 chicken breasts. So about that big. Then just pop them on a plate. So now I've got my mozzarella. I'm just going to chop this up and make 10 little squares. So there's the mozzarella all cut up. I'm going to get one of my meatballs. I've just formed, flatten it out, a little hole in the middle like so. Then we're going to push our mozzarella in, and then we're just going to cover it up in the chicken, like so. So get a pan nice and hot, we're going to add some oil in there. Round about tablespoon, tablespoon and a half. Now we're going to add our chicken balls in. Just going to brown these off on the outside, and then we'll finish them off in the oven. Okay, these are nice and brown now. Take them out, we're going to put them on a baking tray. So we're careful for. Now we're going to slam these in the oven. So my oven's cooking away at 180 there, so while that's there in the oven, get our pan back on, put about a tablespoon and a half of oil back in there. Now add in your onions. We'll cook those down until they're nice and soft. My onions are nice and soft. Now we're going to add in the garlic and ginger paste. I'm going to cook them down for about a minute. So after a minute, in with your spices. 2 tablespoons of curry powder, teaspoon of Kashmiri Chilli powder, and 2 teaspoons of Kasoori Methi or Fenugreek leaves. Give that a quick stir. Now before the spices burn, we're going to add in our tomato puree. Now this is 2 tablespoons of tomato puree mixed with water. Put that in, down. Now I'm going to add in some water. About 3 tablespoons of water in there, just to stop the spices burning. I'm going to cook that for about a minute. Don't let it dry out. So after a minute, in goes with 2 tablespoons of mint sauce. This is just ordinary table mint sauce that you get with your roast lamb. Give that a good stir. Smell the mint coming through there. So So after a minute, we're going to add in our passata. I'm going to add in 500 ml of tomato passata. Now it'll start bubbling a bit here, so if you want a lid, put it on. We're just going to let this cook down for about 5 minutes. Give that a nice stir, then let that simmer for 5 minutes on a low heat. So now I'm going to add in about a quarter of a teaspoon of red food colouring. You don't have to use it, I like it in, I like the colour. Give that a stir. You can see the colour there coming up, nice and red. I like it like that. Once that's all nicely stirred in, we're going to add in our mango chutney and stir that in. Let's simmer for about another 5 minutes. Now let's add our chicken ball. I made a bit of mistake there. Chicken balls go in, and then we're just going to mix that in with the sauce and let it cook for about 10 minutes. So about 5 minutes before the end, we're going to add in our coriander. Give that a good stir. And let that simmer for 5 more minutes. So while they're simmering, let's toast our buns. Okay, let's load these up. Start with a bit of mozzarella. Now let's load up the meatballs. Let's layer the tops with some fresh buffalo mozzarella. Couple of minutes under the grill to melt the buffalo. I think that's ready to plate. Let's fill up our dipping pot with the sauce. Let's finish that off with a bit of Chasni sauce on the top. And a sprinkling of coriander. And there is the chicken chasni meatball sub. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the chicken chasni meatball sub. Look at that, absolutely delicious. I know it is. I don't even have to do the taste test. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up down below. The recipe will be below. Please like, share and follow, especially follow. Get people subscribing to my channel. Get more dishes like this.